Yeah, Raphael wasn't even one of the good turtles. He was the third best, I think, out of the four. He was number 3, in my opinion. Ah, here we go. We got frames now. So, long green boxers. You always liked Raphael? Really? Interesting. Was he your favourite? Who was your favorite? Rank them. Everybody in chat, rank the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in order. Right after that sub, of course. Sam with the 16 months, man. Another month in the wall, indeed. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for that resub. Much appreciated. That's awesome. You're awesome. Thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure to have you here. So, now everybody go rank your favourite turtles. Don't really remember except for Raph Michelangelo was a dipshit. He kind of was, wasn't he? Although I must admit, for me it was Donatello, then it was Michelangelo, then it was Raphael, then it was Leonardo. I know Leonardo was the leader, but I never quite got that vibe from him when I was young. I was just like, ugh, what's the point of him? All the TMNT tasted the same in a soup. Oh. Nice. Alright, so that's them loading the truck. That's the guns. I guess that's them going in. Could be there. So they break the lock, they go in. They bring them out. Or maybe there's the cases. Then they bring them out, load them into the truck. Because that would be in the warehouse. And away they go.
Looks like we have a situation
Turtle
here.
soup. Oof. I must admit, I do want to try turtle one day. It's a food I haven't had. It is an animal in this world that I have not yet consumed, and I must try it. Because apparently it's delicious. So, I don't know if that depends what type of turtle. You know, if it's like crabs, you get different type of crabs, and they're all a little different. So people say king crab is overrated, or say it's the best, and so on. Snow crab's better. You know, that kind of thing. Or blue crab is supposed to be like the primo stuff. I wonder if turtles are the same. Different types might taste... Well, they will taste different. I wonder if there's a ranking for that. A man with a gun in his hand is smoking on the porch of the abandoned house. Go around the house to the back door, or arrest the man and go inside. Arresting him might cause problems, but he might also get away. Shoot the suspect. I mean, it might not be a gun. It might be like, oh, we shot him, but it turned out it wasn't a gun. He was holding on to, like, his mobile phone or something. Because back in those days, they were huge. Go around the back anyway. Let's try this. Oh, Jesus. The music inside the house is pumping loudly. 3 armed men are sitting at a table playing cards. In the corner, there's a frightened woman and a child. Pull the cord on the player and order the men to give up their weapons. Rush the men. Rush over and help the woman and child. If they're all away from her, she's kind of out of the way. If we rush to her, we put her in danger. Rush the men.
712 complete.
Yes! Hell yes. Now the motel homicide. There's people shining flashlights inside the room. The voices of the perpetrators are raised. Wait until the criminals exit on their own. This is the police. Come out with your hands up. Draw weapons and secure the room. No, declare. This is the police. Come out with your hands up. He got a knife. Shoot him. The criminals are confused. One has a knife, the rest just have flashlights, and there's a body on the floor covered in stab wounds. Shoot the man holding the knife. Take aim at the armed criminal. We have you surrounded. Drop everything and reach for the sky.
410 complete.
There we go. No dead criminals. We don't just shoot willy-nilly in this force. I will take all the bribes, but we won't take the lives. Alright. So that's Shift B done. Sorry, Shift A, sorry. We're moving Hunter to B. He's got another day of hell ahead of him. Enjoy that.
Boyd here, and I hope you have a hell of a good reason for calling me in the middle of the night.
I'm sorry, Mr. Boyd. I'll call you back later.
No, wait, you're the girl from the prosecutor's office.
I was wondering
right?
what was going on with
Yes,
this.
exactly. Oh, I'm so embarrassed, Mr. Boyd. The first thing Mrs. Broom told me about you is that you almost never sleep. I don't sleep.
Well, I'm
too
not
much either,
sleeping.
So I thought I'd call you and apologize for last time.
But it wasn't the last time, was it?
Well, I've been going over our conversation in my mind, and I realized how stupid I sounded. You're the chief of police, and there's a strange girl calling you, saying she'll be the next city prosecutor, just to share the news, I guess. I must have sounded crazy.
Not so crazy as you imagine, Lana. When I learned I was going to be police chief, my parents were already dead, and my only friend was working 1,000 miles away from Freeburg. Wife and kids were relaxing on a distant island in the middle of the ocean. Took me 6 hours to get a hold of them. But I had to share the news with someone, or I would have gone mad. All the more because I was surrounded by half a dozen cops who figured they were ahead of me for the job. I figured you were feeling about the same.
Yeah, that would be very
It's like
awkward in the
you're reading
lunchroom.
my mind. Now I'm like an outcast here. Most of them still think that Mrs. Broom was joking or trying to show her deputies that she's in charge of appointing her successor. But I know it's no joke.
For some reason, I didn't doubt it, Lana.
That's probably why I'm calling you. I know it's selfish. I'm sure your wife isn't too keen on girls calling you at night.
My wife and I, well...
Oh, this is
we're not
going
living
places,
together.
isn't it?
Maybe I'm the loneliest man in town, and that's why you called, to talk to someone even lonelier than you, huh?
Awkward silence.
You know, Mr. Boyd, maybe I'm an idiot, but until this moment, I didn't realize how lonely I am.
Well, you're in luck, because now you can call me anytime. But if you do, you'll have to call me Jack.
Jack? It'll take more than one phone call to get used to that.
Well, we're not in a hurry, are we?
True.
My God. That's it, yeah. First name basis now on a second phone call. How about that? Damn, Jack, you move fast. 44% of Freeburg believes homosexuality is contagious. Can we just find like a boat big enough to put all these people on and just push it out into the water? There we go. Boutique sale invites Stampede. Cool. Okay, must be a really good boutique. Authentic uniform of German General Karl Wolf, discovered in city dump. Maybe the Sands stole the World War II rifles so they can hold like some kind of reenactment. And this was one of the props that went missing. Yeah, and Laura is becoming a distant memory. Well, after mother-in-law, Sally, set us up to get beat over the head, I'm just saying, probably not worth chasing that particular cat up that tree anymore. Today is a great day. It's the day of my daughter's wedding. No way I can miss the ceremony. Can I take some time off? Seriously, Wuggles, you should have booked that off. No. Seriously, no. I mean, I think that's bullshit. You don't just come in on the day and say, my daughter's getting married today, can I go? And you're like, this is the first I've heard of it. Yay. Hey, Hunter, welcome to Shift B. Okay, we've got plenty of detectives here now. Stella's smile, yeah. Uh-oh, serial murder. My salary is here and it's pathetic as always, but the Mafia are here. This is nice, take it all. Right, what have we got? Anything we need to do here? Nope. Anything we need to do at City Hall? Nope. So we've got serial murder. Oh no, another one. 25-year-old Pamela Cox, a stripper from the club Twister, was brutally murdered in her home. Well, we've got to send SWAT to this. Oh shit, I can't send anyone else? What? Oh no, I'm gonna have to free some people up, aren't I? Alright, Walmsley, you're off this case for now. This one here, though, since we moved Hunter to this shift... Oh god, I'm going to leave this guy all on his own, aren't I? Well, Anderson should be helping, and so should Tar, so we'll move them. Onto that one now, so that's correct for shift A. Alright, we've got Hunter now, and Walmsley can go do the next serial murder case. Take SWAT. So yeah, for people who missed it when we went on the first one of these, the dentist, the serial killer, set a trap, and we lost, what's her name? Lemole. She's now dead. So now they're saying, hey, when we go to these, we have to send SWAT to clear the area first. She was dead instantly from the trap. Oh god, here we go. From Christopher Sand. Jack, one of our kids climbed onto the roof and he's talking about suicide. We need you to calm him down and at the same time keep a lid on the situation. Alright. Well, I think I'll send Trebor to deal with that. This is the first time the Sands have actually asked me to do anything for them in a while. Since the mob war, they've been quiet. Huh. Frames found on the serial murder. Oh god. Jack, I'm so glad you lived up to my expectations and accepted the rules of the game. So far the feds are chasing their own tails, but you're following the trail of coins I left for you. Feel how they're still warm to the touch? You're getting close. Sorry about your detective. I was just so excited to try out my new trap, but I swear it will never happen again. Alright, so it sent us another card. So... we've got a woman with a horn of plenty pouring it over animals. And there's a crown and coins, a bull. This is very Greek. It's very sort of Greek imagery here. Never visiting another dentist after watching this. I don't blame you, the Holy Bow. I don't blame you. How are you today? But oh my god. We've got 3 different methods of being knocked out. Got knuckle dusters, nightstick, and a pipe wrench. So the Fortune Bank, I mean, that's coins, right? Hell on Wheels car dealership. There was nothing about car dealership there. LifeWire. I can't see how coins relates to that other than the fact that it's a shop. The Veterans House. No. Beatbusters Dance Studio. Doing good, hoping you're well too. I am well, thank you very much. Very much so. Okay, we've also got a robbery going on at the arcade. Let's send people to this first. A group of teenagers cleared out a video rental cash register while the owner, Bruno Boyce, was occupied in the back room. Everybody remember that when you could rent videos? Oh man. VHS tapes. Oh yes. And the store employee recognized one of the robbers, a regular at the arcade room. Well, he's a genius, isn't he? Technically as well, this wouldn't be a robbery, this would be theft. I just want to point that out. Because unless somebody was physically hurt in the process of being dispossessed of possessions or money, if somebody just takes something, it's not robbery, it's theft. That's the difference. So we'll send Purdy on that. She can go and explain the difference to those guys. Can I send just one person again? No. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a minute. Who's the... Oh, this is one of the guys we just hired. Look at that name! I didn't even look at the guy's name when I hired him. God Bomber. Oh, yes. We're going to send God Bomber out there. He's going to go deal with these punks. Alright, it's going to be the bank then. We should probably send people to the bank. Send SWAT, Hunter, Walmsley, go. I'm going to need to keep a couple of detectives free on both shifts now, I think, to deal with this. Okay, so like the last time, for people that are wondering how this new mechanic works who have just dropped in, this serial killer, this is a federal case, and we're helping the FBI. And basically, we get this weird flip book instead of the usual frames thing like this. And when we send people out on these jobs, they don't get assigned permanently like this. They only go out when it's happened, they get a couple of bits of information and then they come away again. And then they're done. And the killer is sending us clues. He sent us this one, saying this is part of the clue. And it's just all like, you know, angels and stuff in a building. Like a shed. And we found out then the guy turned up dressed as a delivery guy, but we've got different statements from different things. And we look at that and think, right, okay, he may have come from one of the pizza places, and one of them was called the Holy Slice Pizza. And he left us evidence at that location, a scrap of clothing from the delivery jacket for the Holy Slice Pizza people. So he's basically leaving us a trail of breadcrumbs. So in this, we'll probably get some kind of clue as to which weapon was used to knock her out. If we get this right. If we pick the wrong one, he goes to ground. So we've got to get these right.
910C in progress.
Okay, wow, we've got a lot of stuff going on here. Teenager fitting the description of the offender is playing alone at an arcade console. We should probably confirm with the manager that that's the right suspect.
910C complete.
Yes, good. Just because he fits the description doesn't mean to say it's him. Armed robbery at the bank. Oh god, we need SWAT for this and we don't have them yet. The silent alarm just tripped the Riverbank Central branch. It appears that 4 to 6 armed robbers have stormed the bank and locked themselves inside. There are at least 15 visitors inside with them, along with dozens of bank employees. Okay, well, SWAT, I think, will be on their way back. Oh, they're back. Sweet. Okay, go. Yancy the hero can go on. Oh, excuse me on this. I've got hiccups now. You probably want these as well. Okay.
In progress.
Hang on. Serial murder. Discovered evidence hidden by the dentist. A model police car. So we know that he used a nightstick. Okay. But now those 2 detectives who went and did that are free to go back on other cases. I should probably do that, actually. Put them on this case that's currently going. These officers are needed for official questioning. Are you fucking kidding me? This will take few days, during which time they will be exempt from duties. Okay, I guess I can't put them on the frigging case. I can put Walmsley back on, at least. Oh, Jesus, I just, yeah, didn't do that right. Yeah, Hunter's gone and so is Ackers. These guys are sabotaging my department with this damned bullshit investigation. I swear to God, I want to find some dirt on the mayor and investigate that piece of shit and take him down, because nobody like him is fully clean. The Ice Prince Cafe. 15 hooligans burst into the cafe, broke the furniture to splinters, wounded the manager, badly beat another young man. A man armed with a gun was at the scene. He fired a warning shot, but the hooligans only laughed and continued their rampage. They're destroying everything in the area. I can't imagine how that's there. The guy pulls like, "Oh, you guys, stop it!" Bang, bang. They point and laugh, and he's like, okay then. Put the gun away, walks off. Right, well, I guess I can only send these for now. But God, Bomber will deal with them. Oh, yes.
910C complete.
The armed robbery at the bank, dealt with. Nice. Everybody's Boosting up in the world. I like this. You know what I think I should do now? Send somebody to the police academy. Who are we gonna send? Send God Bomber. Yeah. You're hungry? Somebody bring food, please. Anybody able to take Alchemist some food? He lives in Texas. You should be able to find him. It's a small enough place. No! Oh my god. God Bomber's not going to the academy, guys. You were waiting for this? Why didn't you warn me it was coming? You knew it was going to happen? Yeah. I didn't have enough people going on that. Jesus effing Christ. Okay. Right. It's time to get into don't give a shit mode again. Ugh. It's been one of them days, guys. Chief of Police is done. The police intercepted a radio signal similar to the kind used by terrorist cells. They appear to be preparing a terrorist attack on Freiburg. The radio could only catch a short snatches of dialogue. It sounds like two cells codenamed Green Snake and Jupiter are going to use something they're calling the Prophet's Hammer to make a giant explosion. Really? They probably picked up on some kids on like ham radio or something talking about, I don't know, like a text-based MMO or something online, or they're talking about a D&D game or something. That's what this will be. But I'm still gonna send Yancey, Mixon. You guys do this on your own. Come on, it's a false call. It's so blatantly obvious. Don't be wusses. Where's my SWAT team, by the way? I get to use them more than once. How many times have we used them today? Once? Twice? I get to use them 3 times. Where have they gone? Wolf killed more people. I didn't kill them. The hooligans killed them. I just sent them there. I was going to send God Bomber to the blooming academy. He'll never get his stripes now, poor lad. There weren't any terrorists in the abandoned apartment and no sign of an imminent attack. The signal was transmitted by a toy radio. Okay, so this was actually a crank call. This wasn't even just a misunderstanding. This was some punks being cute. Okay. Bring them over here, I'll tan their bloody hides. We're busy enough as it is without this kind of nonsense.
1111
Drug sales. Okay, here we go. See? The owner of a small grocery reports teenage drug pushers are always hanging around the corner outside his shop. I'm tired of calling this in. You cops never do anything, the disappointed man then abruptly hangs up. Let's turn him into a liar and do something this time. You know what? No, I'm not going to send you. I'm going to send you. Yeah. The arson report. Okay. Open. Okay, we've got a different thing here, look. We've got a Molotov cocktail, and we've got a jerry can. I'll tell you what, for whoever brings me food, I'll make you something cool. That's a good offer. Alchemist does some really cool scrimshaw. I've seen that work, it's good. Right, so let's reread this. The first one didn't really tell us much, just saw the fire, began to yell too late, heard a clapping from just down the street, a noise like a little clap. The little clap, I think, was the light, like the slap of a lighter, like, you know, that, like, noise. But in the middle of the night in an empty street, it could echo a little bit. And yeah, he's got the mad scientist thing going on. How's that flamethrower coming for my wife, by the way? Is it You're not really working on one of those, are you? Please tell me you're not. I could do one of those in the house, thank you. Especially when there's all that yarn lying around, that's flammable. So at the time of the tragedy, should have been home, just leaving, ran into Ronald Sherman. This is this guy, said he had a red sweater, so we know that's one of those. Ex-husband of a patient, decided not to have a child. Mr. Sherman openly quarrelled. Understand he beat her. Came to the offices several times. He was there at the evening of the fire, standing across the road wearing a large backpack. He made a point of walking past me and muttered something in the spirit of "burn in hell, bitch." So maybe that's it. Hey, there we go. That was the start then, him with the backpack. So in the backpack he had the big jerry can of fuel, probably. Coughs, I see you. Coughing. Working on what materials to make everything out of. Mostly the thrower nozzle itself. Yeah, you kind of want to make sure you make that out of something that ain't gonna burn. Can't just make it out of plastic, you know. That's no good. So Ronald Sherman, a former spouse of Freeburg Birth Control Union client who blames the centre for destroying his family. Sure, because, you know, it's nothing to do with him beating her. He's made his home from home free here for over a month at a motel. He did get kicked out. After that, the property went to the wife. He's not likely there. So let's send them here instead. I can't send SWAT. We will send Purdy and Mixon. Go get this little piece of shit. Something that also won't absorb too much heat. This is indeed a necessity. Withholding evidence at City Hall. Okay, here we go. Jack, what kind of circus are you running over there? Tampering with evidence? It seems your men aren't so loyal after all. Just be glad we don't want to see any more hype in the papers about this dentist of yours. We convinced the prosecutor not to investigate your little sideshow, but we did ask the feds to look into you. They'll be going over your correspondence with a fine-tooth comb. God damn it, Purdy! Sometimes you gotta break the rules to catch the criminals, okay? Oh! Such as this! We found cocaine. I'd like to sell that. Did have an idea it's not quite a flame wall, but it's more like a flame fan. Oh no. I don't like the sound of this. We got him. We got the arsonist. Everybody gets a promotion. Kind of. Apart from these two, they're dead. So what could I have done about Purdy then, other than having her dead? You know, I could have had her killed, but shouldn't have to do that, surely. Didn't buy her silence. You don't have to like the sound of it, Shy does. True. This is not my decision. Yeah. Alright, so we'll declare both of them dead. We're not going to siphon their wages.
Boyd.
Well, finally, Jack. I've been dying to reach you these past 2 weeks, but I thought I should give you some time to recover your strength. How are you feeling?
Better than ever, Mr. Sand. Touched by your concern.
Well, I hope this doesn't sound too sentimental, Jack, but while you were laying in a coma, I thought about our last meeting many times. It was such a fascinating conversation. You said it yourself. You're a true hunter.
No, Mr. Sand, it was you who said that.
Does he know we're investigating him?
Well, it doesn't matter. What is important, Kendrick told me a lot about you, Jack. But I suddenly realized that he didn't give me the whole story. Why is it you only want half?
What are you talking about?
What, $500,000?
Why is it you only want to make half? Not a whole million, just half. Not 100,000, but 5. It's a very specific figure. How did you arrive at that number?
Well, I was looking at a house a couple hours outside of Freeburg, down the river. I figured to buy it, move the family, and set everything up, I'd need right around 500,000. It's not my style to take more than I need.
That's probably bullshit.
I must admit, Jack, I imagined all sorts of reasons, but none of them were close to the truth.
Are you disappointed, Mr. Sand?
No, not with you, Jack. Quite the contrary. I respect you even more.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Mr. Sand. And now if you'll excuse me, I have to go home and get some sleep.
Of course, Jack. I just...
Whoa, you just hung up on the mob boss. Yeah, you better take those pills. Jesus.